Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So I got another request from the Geek Life, and let me read this to you. First of all, the title is Meat Tray Lasagna. And he says, hope your day is doing great. And it is, thank you, and I hope it is for you too. He says, I feel the Aussies have been derelict in their duties not recommended in this guy. Now, he swears a little bit, but that's just Australian punctuation. He is a total champion, though, for his crusade against unhealthy, untasty, uncheap sauces in jars, mixes in packets, and stuff in boxes, and showing folks everyone can cook at home. He stays down to earth and strips away the pretentiousness, the jargon, and the pedantry, and uses regular kitchen tools in a regular kitchen. He's also an all-around good guy, bringing positivity and uplifting attitudes to his channel. Also, did I mention he swears a bit? So, okay, man. I hope it doesn't offend. It won't offend me, but I hope it doesn't offend some of my viewers. So, let's get into the intro and right into the video.
What's going on, champions? For as long as I can remember, I've seen this disgusting, weird looking shit on the shelf at the shops and thought to myself, what the fuck is that? Yeah. Sure as shit doesn't look like fucking bechamel sauce to me, and it doesn't look like it belongs anywhere near a fucking lasagna. Looks like it belongs in a fucking sperm bank. I think food like this is designed to take the piss out of you and tell you that you're not creative in the kitchen. Well, I beg to differ, champions. I think you are. I've fucking seen it. So won't you come for a ride with me over to the fucking drain while I tip this jar of weird seminal fluid down it and we make something more creative. See you later, champion. Fuck off. Now that chat shit's down the drain, let's do something creative that says fuck you to jar sauce. Let's turn a meat tray into a lasagna. Bam! For those champions out there that might not know what a meat tray is, let me tell you, it's a bit of a classic Aussie tradition where you go down to the pub, have a couple of beers, a person wanders around, sells you a ticket for a couple of bucks, and you go in the draw to win a tray of lovely meat. Usually the meat tray consists of an assortment of pork, sausages, and beef. Occasionally lamb chops, but not in this one. Now I realise the pub isn't an accessible thing for everyone at the moment, so you can either go and buy this stuff at the shops or run your own private meat raffle in your lounge room. Righto, as usual, let's put up a bit of a fucking shopping list and you can have a gaze at what's in it. Bam! All that's in it. Now, of course, you can substitute some of this stuff for mince if you like, or not. Righto, they can fuck off now. Well, let's get into making it. Righto, so dice these things up and put them in a bowl. Now it's time to deal with the meat tray. Get a meat cutting board, you grab. Dice your meat up however you fucking like, and bang it in the bowl. Now with your sausages, you want to squeeze the mince out of them into a bowl. If you don't want to use sausage mince, you can use bacon or pan cheddar, but this is a fucking meat tray, so I'm using what's in the tray. Just comes off like that. Fucking lovely, isn't it? Righto, now for the fun bit. This over here. Righto, get yourself a pot, put it on the thing, turn the bloody heat on. Yes, the right one. Bang in a little butter and a little bit of oil. Now I realise we're off to a bit of an unhealthy start here and this isn't going to be particularly healthy, but this is about having a bit of fun today, so let's just fucking calm your farm. In with the veg. Give it a stir. Usual treatment, fry this off for a few minutes until it softens a little. Righto, once that's cooked off for a few minutes, fang it back in the bowl. Now in with your sausage mince. Cook this for a couple of minutes, try and fucking bust it up a bit. You know what's great for fucking busting up meat? Fucking whisk. Don't worry too much if it's sticking to the bottom, we'll sort that out in a sec. In with your other meat. I do not recommend eating this all the time. It's not that good for you. Woo! So brown that off for a few minutes. Righto, so once you brown that off, back in with the veggies. Stir it through, champion. Bang in a bit of rosemary. Righto, now chuck in a good fucking glug of wine. glass, 2 glasses. I like lots, so I put lots in. That's heaps. Now if the shit's stuck to the bottom of your pan, now's a good time to try and scrape it off with the booze in there. It's called deglazing. And cook the wine off for a few minutes, probably like 3, 5, a couple of tins of tomatoes, and 2 or 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Guess what now? Guess this isn't the microphone. This is going to upset some of yous again. We're going to put in a cup of milk. If you don't want to put it in there, don't fucking put it in there. But it's good. Now after a few minutes, I'm going to put in some chicken stock. You can use beef stock, you can use veggie stock. You can't use fish stock. I'll say it, don't use fish stock. So I'm going to tip in a cup. I'm going to tip half of it on the fucking stove because I'm a dickhead. Effectively what we're making here is a bit of a ragu. We want this meat to tenderise and that can take a couple of hours. If you've decided to use chunks of meat and not mince, you're going to need to cook it for a couple of hours, otherwise it'll be tough as fuck and everyone will want you to piss off with your weird lasagna. 3 hours, 4 hours, the longer the better. Now in true That's What I Reckon style, incorrect lid on top. I don't trust that fucking burner, let's go to a more chilled out one. Turn the heat right down. Every now and then check on your shit and give it a stir. Now we'll cook it for ages and fuck off and do something else. See you in a couple of hours, champion. And we're back. Let's have a bloody look at it. You'll be able to tell if your meat's ready if you just push a piece of the meat against the side of it, or better yet, fucking try it. It's ready. This is a good point to add your salt. So I'm going to put in a big pinch of salt and give it a good crack of pepper. Problem is if you fucking put the salt in too early and your stock's really salty, or the sausages that you put in are too salty, it'll be fucking too salty. Duh. Now's a good time to crank your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Now if the sauce is still looking a little thin, you can just crank the heat up a little bit and cook it with the lid off. Right, I'm going to set that aside. Now it's time to have a little bit of a chat about this problem. Now this claims to be bechamel sauce, yet on here the ingredients are 2 types of powdered cheese, turmeric, sugar, vegetable oil. None of that shit's in there. I'll show you what's in bechamel. Get yourself a pot, turn the fucking heat on, not that much heat. Butter, now you want to melt the butter, get your fucking whisk back, probably wash the meat off it, and 3/4 of a cup of flour. Introduce the flour to the butter. You want to stir that, fry it off. Right, so it's going to cook into a kind of paste. Now slowly introduce full cream milk. Slowly. It's going to keep getting thick, you keep tipping milk in. See that? See how it's getting nice and thick in there? You want to stir the lumps out of it. More milk. Good pinch of salt. I like to add half a teaspoon of nutmeg. You don't have to put that in there, but I like putting it in there. Again, make sure it's not too hot. Just keep stirring it in. Keep doing that until all the milk's in. That's fucking it. That's what bechamel is. It doesn't have fucking cheese in it. That's not to say you can't put cheese in it. I like putting a bit of cheese in this because I like a cheesy lasagna.
Because I'm a cheesy guy.
But don't call this fucking bechamel when it's not. So I've shaved a little mozzarella cheese and I'm going to put it in here. It's no longer going to be bechamel, but it is going to be awesome. 150, 200 grams of mozzarella. I'll save a little for the top. Now guess what? It's time to make fucking lasagna.
Yeah, he does swear a little bit or cuss a little bit, whatever you want to say, but if you get past that, you can, he's got a way of engaging you. He's not giving you, he tells you a cup of this or a cup of that. He's guessing at when he's pouring it, and he probably has enough experience. He knows when he pours 8 ounces. Isn't that a cup, 8 ounces? And so he probably can get it pretty close, whereas somebody like me would be way off. I wouldn't know if I had too much milk or not enough milk, or whatever else he's doing. But just watching him do this one about lasagna, I don't even know what bechamel is. I don't know if they have it in this country or this is peculiar to Australia and New Zealand. I'm not sure. My wife does all the cooking, and I don't think I've ever asked her about particular sauces or anything. I know around here, I've always ate I don't know if always. I guess or sometimes I do backslide, but 9 times out of 10, man, we eat pretty clean around here. Hardly anything's processed because what he just read off to you off the label. It's just crazy, man. And they put so much into it to that keep it from spoiling. You don't know what that's doing to your body and to your DNA and all that. So we go we go out of the way to do most of it is organic and not packaged. It's not canned. It's not packaged. Deli meat. It's not anything like that. We try to we do the best we can. But I won't eat fast foods or I procure certain things when we order dinner. If we're eating out, then I try to. You don't know what they're doing to the stuff in the back, but I try to order what I think is the cleanest. Asparagus instead of maybe potatoes. Some kind of vegetable instead of a carb. But that's just for me, man. I don't have a soapbox to get on. That's just it's worked for me, and I don't feel like I'm doing without. A lot of people would try to do what I do, would think they're doing, they're having to do without. Oh my God, I can't get a juicy hamburger, but I don't miss it, man. I don't, it's not to say that once in a while I won't do that, but then I feel bad. I feel terrible. My system just feels bogged down. It is what it is. Let's go back to it.
Fucking oath, it's time to make lasagna, champions. Right, so I've chosen to use fucking fresh lasagna sheets because I'm a bit of a fancy pants. They're actually not that hard to find. Look for them in the shops. You can make your own lasagna sheets, or you can use the dried ones. The world's full of fucking options. Woo. Now, building a lasagna is easier than fucking throwing jar sauce across the room, let me tell you. So line the bottom of the tray with some of this gear. Fuck yeah. Once you get a layer of meat, layer of these. Same again, sauce on top. Now it's up to you how many fucking layers you want to make of this. You can fucking put 25 of them on if you can be fucked. You get a tall enough bloody baking tray. But 3 kind of does me. Now on this layer, we lay in a couple of big serving spoons of cheese sauce. Another layer of these. Now time to pour the rest of this on to some spicy music. Hot tip, try not to fill the fuck out of it so that when you stick it in the oven it fucking boils over and then you got to fucking clean your oven. Trust me, it's a pain in the ass. Put in a little more mozzarella cheese. A little grated parmesan. Guess what? Time to stick it in the fucking oven. Righto champions, you want to leave that in there for about 30 minutes on 180 to 200. If it's fan force, maybe go the fucking 180. I mean, you'll know when it's done because it looks fucking done. It should look a little golden brown on top and the sides should be bubbling away. Oh, it's time to pull it out of the oven. Plonk. Now here's the heartbreaking bit, champions. You can't just fucking cut it up and eat it now. A, it's going to be hot as buggery, and 2, it's a fucking pain in the ass to serve when it's this hot. So let it rest 10 to 15, and then we'll come back and serve it. Oh yes, we fucking will. Once upon a time you were a meat tray, and then I turned you into a super sweet lasagna. And now I'm gonna put you in my face. Good lasagna champ. Right, I'll take it. Fucking oath. Let's taste it. I don't think I even need to tell you how good that is. It might not be the healthiest thing I've made, but fucking hell does that taste good. Now let's not let jar sauces turn us into uninspired dead shits. You're a fucking champion and you'll bloody hammer this. Good lasagna, champ. And remember, fuck jar sauce!
Yeah, man. The Geek Life found us and sent us a pretty cool little video there. It's not something I would have expected when I started this channel, but man, we've had things on here that, hunting for escape prisoners, you know. So this is just, you know, part of the evolution of this channel, I guess. I thought it was pretty cool, man. It makes me hungry. It's what time is it here? It's 12:30 in the afternoon, and I haven't had lunch yet. But I should go get lunch. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for me. So till I see y'all again, I'll catch you down the road. Bye, y'all.